Hello, I'm Quint, and welcome to a new thing I'm doing on my channel called Mods! Today I'm filing out a square hole in the front corner of the TV to put in this little power switch. But it doesn't turn on and off the TV. What does it do? Good question. We're working on a Vizio TV. Very old model, it's like 11 years old. Vizio model number VX37L HD TV 10A. Basically, we're adding a couple of USB ports on it so that it can have USB LED mood lighting around the outer edge of it. They're not going to be like modern TVs where that already have a USB port where you stick a jump drive in and it's able to display the photos off of it. These USB ports are for power only. Also, they're not going to be able to come on and off with the TV. First, let's just tear it apart and see what we got. Stevie's got a crap load of screws. It's ridiculous. So there's 8 just for the foot alone. Ooh, you can see right down my front side. I need to be shirtless. Just getting my gut just hanging out. Alright, now I already got the screw over here. I could probably take off all the screws, but I still won't be able to get the back panel off if I don't remove my custom-built aluminum channel wall mount. Can I get in there? Move on with screws. There's 3. There, 3 screws up on top of here for some reason. You get right in there, Anton. And then we got a billion screws all the way around the outer edge. Don't worry, if you feel like there's not enough screws, we've only scratched the surface. Say hi! Hi! You're like, I don't know, people are gonna be like, what are you doing to your baby? Yeah, baby. So in total, it looks like we have 3 different types of screws. Definitely like a screwdriver with a magnetic tip. They're just basically the only way to go. It makes taking screws out so much easier. Okay, I need you to get off. Let's pop this baby off. That sounds good. Just jostle it a bit. Sounds like I broke something. Maybe I did. Here we have our AC in. A computer power cable can plug into that, and it goes directly to this. We got this huge, heavy-duty, thick gauge metal here that's shielding the signal input circuit board here. And on the side of it is just this little thing here. This is where our USB ports are going to end up. Bought this specific cable from somewhere on eBay. On one end, it's got 2 USB ports and a couple screws on the side. So that would go there. These are 1000 milliamp power adapters. I think the thing inside this thing even warns you about it might use more than 500 milliamps. Basically, you'd want to use something more than 500 milliamps to power these USB ports. I'm going to start with what I do know. We're going to make a hole the panel mounts out to. And just like the back panel, looks like this RF shield's got a bunch of screws of its own. So I've undone the 2 screws here. I'm also going to undo the ground. I'm going to be splicing these 2 wires here to bring power to these 2 things. And that's nice that I can just remove it like that. So 16 screws hold this RF shield on. My word. Is it on? Is it secure? I don't know. We better put 16 on there. 6 is not good enough. We need 16! Like the guy at the factory's like, so I put 6 screws on there. I think it's pretty secure. And the engineer's like, no, it's not. It's secure. Add 10 more. Oh my word, that's not even 16. Oh my gosh. So we got screws in between all the I/O, I should say. On top of the 22 screws that you have to remove out of this RF shield, there's this nut that goes around the coaxial cable. You're gonna have to remove that one as well. Oh my, no! You're kidding me. There's the VGA puller, and it has the 2 standoffs. Are you joking? I'm losing my mind and talking to myself because of this TV. Push it all forward like so, perhaps. Oh, and there it is. We'll make a square hole there and a couple round holes right next to it with the screws and should be good. After I crudely marked out points for not just the USBs in the center, but the screw mounts to either side, I center punched them. So I'm going to start with 3/8 bit and then file it out to wherever I need it. And next, I'm going to use a 1/8 inch bit and drill a couple holes on each side. Alright, I stuck in my vise, took a triangular file, just very carefully, a little bit at a time, filed away, made it into a square. It was pretty annoying. The thing didn't even come with screws to put in it. Of course, they're metric. I got lucky with this one. Little screws, like this black one here, these fit into the sides of an optical drive on a computer. That's the same thread as this. The problem is they're too short. Luckily, the TV, there's a few screws with the same thread that are a tad longer, so I'm going to use those. I feel like the TV can spare a couple screws. Just plug the male ends of the same cable back into itself. It's tight, but it works. Alright, let's spend 10 minutes putting this RF shield back on. You know what needs more screws? This TV. How dare you only put 12 screws in it? That's just not enough. Double that at least. Alright, and that's reattached. So, stick these together. They're the same width as this metal standoff that the wall mount screws into. So yeah, I'm thinking something like that. God, why is it gotta be so heavy? It's not even that big of a TV. No going back after something like this. And geez, it took a lot of filing, and the place smells like an electrical fire, but I think I got to the point where this will fit in there. With that being done, we're gonna flip the TV back over. It's so heavy. Why? Why must it be so heavy? Next, we're gonna be running the power cable. So we're gonna start from where the power adapters are and work our way backwards. So basically, the cord's gonna go to 1, connect to the prongs in 1, jump off of it, and then go to the next one. Take a utility knife, push it carefully through the center there. There we go, now it comes up in between the 2 wires. There we go, pull them apart a little bit. Next we're going to take the wire strippers, just bite them. Again, about 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch away. Do it again on the other side in the same place. Work it away. I'm going to shave off that bit. So now, when it's like that, I'm going to fold them. So I'm going to do that again to this one. I'm going to strip the ends of this and then just straight crimp them right into 2 more. So I got 4 total that will go into 4 prongs. Then I'll slip over some heat shrink. Just as I am. Alright, done with that. Insert them in our little nook. Alright, as you can see, the power would come in, goes to this, and it jumps off of that one. So here I want to just cut one of the wires in this cable. Pull them apart like that. We'll strip it. So basically we're splicing in a switch at this point. Next, taking some spade connectors, much like the ones I use there. These are a little different though. Give it a little crimpy. Alright, crimp these. Take our switch. Can't really see it, but there's that hole there that I filed out. Push the switch on in. Ah, yeah. These are spade connectors. They slide over the tabs on the back side of the switch. Ooh, I guess while we're at it, plug those in. So ready to be done with this thing. I'm not sure how dust gets inside this thing, but apparently it does. Snip that and just completely chop it off. Same here. Bam! Oh, okay. Please tell me that. Oh my gosh. This definitely goes up on my list of questionable things to mod. It's like trying to pull that off of the freaking circuit board there. Alright, I'll get them all plenty of slack now. Oh man. To get 2 USB ports, we use this little adapter thing, but we needed something to supply it, so we used 2 1000 milliamp AC to USB power adapters. To power that, we wanted to have the option to turn it on and off, aside from the TV, not just have them on all the time. So we filed a hole in the bezel of the TV, added a switch, so the power goes in that, splices in that, runs back over here, splices into the power as it comes into the TV. All of which is questionable. Alright, let's close it up. Definitely don't try this at home. Oh, jeez. And it's moment of truth time. Whole thing that we've been leading up to. Flip the switch. There we go. Not bad. When the YouTubers like they're about to pour, you know, dry ice versus molten lava or something ridiculous like hot knife versus something, they're always like hot knife versus beanbag in 3, 2, 1. They got a countdown. Like, we know what you're about to do. Just freaking do it. Applying LED strip in 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, I didn't expect that kind of reaction. So that can just hang out like that, I suppose. Kind of nice, because then the IR sensor hangs out a little below the TV. You can actually still use the remote that came with this thing. Freshness without spin, plug it in, plug it in. Hot glue gun to the rescue, once again. Alright, let's hang this bad boy. And there we have it. So we got LEDs underneath. There's a Chromecast tucked into one of the HDMI ports. Chromecast plugs into one of the USB ports I just installed, and then of course the lights go on the other one. Both can be turned on and off individually with the switch. Kind of like the Chromecast being plugged into that, because then you can turn it on and off. Before, it was plugged directly to the wall, and it was always on whether or not the TV was. And it's like, I'm sure it doesn't use a lot of power, but it still kind of bugged me that it was on all the time. And of course, looks pretty good in the dark too. Very backlit. Anyway, hopefully you liked the video, and hopefully I'll see you in another one. Hopefully, lots of hopefullys that the next one will be more interesting. I'll admit I wasn't very creative with filming this. I was focused mostly on just the dang TV. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one.